Sometimes in this country, the stories that come out of our political and legal system can really make you pause and think. One name that continues to stay in the spotlight, whether we like it or not, is Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Now, this time around, something interesting has happened again. He has pleaded not guilty and, according to public affairs analyst Jide Ologun, Kanu has now submitted himself fully to legal prosecution. Before we dive deeper, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us grow and keeps you updated with all the major happenings around Nigeria and beyond. Now, let's unpack this situation carefully. For years, the case of Nnamdi Kanu has been one of the most talked about issues in Nigeria, from his arrest, detention, and the tension it has created across parts of the southeast, to the political implications tied to his case. It has been a major topic. Now, hearing that he's pleaded not guilty once again, and that he's ready to go through due legal process, brings a new phase to the whole matter. Jide Ologun made a strong point when he said that this development shows that Kanu is now ready to defend himself properly before the court. According to Ologun, submitting to the legal process means Kanu is choosing the path of law instead of confrontation or street agitation. That's a major shift, and if handled well, it could open the door for dialogue and possible peace in the southeast region. Please, guys, if you're following this story closely, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss the next update. Now, let's look at this more broadly. For many Nigerians, especially those in the southeast, the detention of Nnamdi Kanu has been a deeply emotional issue. Some see him as a freedom fighter, others see him as someone who went too far. But at the end of the day, what most people want is peace, stability, and fairness. If we go back a little, Kanu was first arrested in 2015 on charges related to treason and inciting violence. After being granted bail in 2017, he left the country following the military raid on his home in Abia State. Later, in 2021, he was rearrested and brought back to Nigeria, and since then, he's been in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS. This case has dragged on for years, and it has caused plenty of debates, legal, political, and social. So, for him to come out and plead not guilty again, and to submit to the legal process, is a big statement. It means he's ready to face the system head-on through the courts, not through confrontation or boycott. Now, Jide Ologun, who made this comment, is not new to political analysis in Nigeria. He pointed out that this could be a turning point, not just for Kanu, but for the government too. Because if the government handles this matter transparently, it could send a signal that justice is not only for some people, but for everyone, regardless of background or belief. But the question many Nigerians are asking is, what happens next? Will the trial move fast this time, or will it drag on again? And if the court finally makes a decision, will it bring peace to the southeast or create another round of tension? Let's be honest, the issue of IPOB and agitation in the southeast is not something that started today. It's rooted in years of political, social, and economic grievances. Some people in that region feel marginalized, and they believe the government has not given them fair treatment in terms of development, appointments, and national representation. So when someone like Nnamdi Kanu came up with the message of self-determination, many people listened, but along the line, things got complicated. The rhetoric, the broadcasts, the clashes, and the violence that followed, all of these created division even among people in the same region. Please, if you're watching right now, what do you think about this? Should Nnamdi Kanu continue to push his case legally, or should the federal government open the door for political settlement? Share your thoughts in the comments, and again, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you won't miss our follow-up when the court resumes hearing. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Nigeria as a country is at a point where unity is being tested. From economic hardship to security challenges, from regional agitation to ethnic mistrust, this is not the time for more division. So, if there's a way for this legal process to bring peace and justice, it should be encouraged. Another interesting thing is how this development might influence upcoming political conversations. We know that as the 2027 elections approach, different groups are already forming alliances and preparing strategies. The Southeast has been clamoring for greater political inclusion, and how the government handles Kanu's case might shape how that region relates with the center politically. Even more, this could influence voter behavior. Remember what happened during the last election? The voter turnout in many southeastern states was very low. Many analysts link that to anger, frustration, and fear, linked to insecurity and the detention of Kanu. So yes, this is not just a legal matter, it's political, social, and emotional. Now, one thing that stands out in all of this is that both the government and Kanu's legal team seem to be treading carefully this time. The court proceedings are now more open to public scrutiny, and Nigerians are watching closely. Everyone wants to see fairness, not favoritism, not bias. Let me say this clearly. Whether you support Kanu or not, what's important now is that justice must be served the right way, because when justice is done properly, it helps to build confidence in the system. And when people trust the system, agitation reduces naturally. But if the system keeps showing signs of delay or partiality, it gives room for suspicion, and that's not what the country needs right now. So, the fact that Nnamdi Kanu is now saying, "I'm not guilty and I'm ready to defend myself in court," is something that Nigerians should watch closely. If he truly goes through the full legal process, it will set a strong example that no matter who you are, the law still remains the best way to settle national issues. And that's the kind of Nigeria we want to build, a country where the law is respected, where grievances are addressed properly, and where peace can return to every region. Alright, let me pause here for a second, but before I continue, please, my people, like this video right now if you're enjoying the gist, and subscribe so that anytime we drop the latest on Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, or other major national news, you'll be the first to know.